Kusu Island just got hit by super high tides, and the video is making people seriously nervous about what's coming next for our offshore islands. This happened on Wednesday, the 7th of January, after heavy rain coincided with high tide, causing unusually high water levels around Kusu Island. Videos posted online quickly went viral, showing waves crashing over the island's breakwaters, and in one clip, the tide even overflowed onto the grass verge. The moment people saw the water pouring over the edge like that, the conversation online immediately turned into something bigger: rising sea levels, climate change, and the fear that small islands like this could one day disappear. One commenter even suggested that if sea levels continue rising, these offshore islands could vanish in the future. Now, just to be clear, Kusu Island is about 5.6 kilometers south of the main island of Singapore, and it's one of the many small offshore islands that locals and tourists visit, especially for day trips. So seeing it get overwhelmed by the sea like this naturally raised alarm. But here's the key update. On the 8th of January, the Singapore Land Authority, or SLA, posted an update explaining what likely caused the situation. According to SLA, the island experienced what they described as a little extra splash because heavy rain happened at the same time as high tide. And importantly, SLA said the water levels later receded and the shoreline returned to normal. They also shared that their team had been on site keeping a close watch and that public areas on the island remained safe and accessible. Still, they advised visitors to check the weather forecast before heading over. So what exactly is going on with the tides at Kusu Island? According to the Meteorological Service Singapore, MSS, Kusu Island experiences something called semi-diurnal tides. In simple terms, it means the island gets 2 high tides and 2 low tides every day. MSS added that high tides typically range between 2.5 and 3.2 meters, while low tides range from around 0.3 to 1.5 meters, depending on the lunar cycle. In this case, MSS explained that the combination of astronomical forces, plus regional weather conditions, caused the water level to rise above the usual daily average. They also said events like this are not common, and it reflects how weather and tidal cycles can stack together in a way that makes the impact look extreme. So while this wasn't described as an ongoing emergency, the viral clip struck a nerve because it's not just about one island or one day of heavy rain. It's about a growing worry that extreme conditions are becoming more frequent and what that could mean for places sitting right on the edge of the sea. And that brings us to the bigger question: if one night of heavy rain and high tide can produce scenes like this, what happens when the next one is even stronger? Let me ask you, do you think Singapore is prepared for more of these extreme tide events, especially for our offshore islands? If you found this update useful, hit like, share, and subscribe to 2230. We bring you the stories people are talking about in Singapore, with the context that matters.